Hello and welcome to 5 p.m. You know, every day when I come to you, I kind of think that okay, now will be a day when I will have something positive to talk about. I will have something more interesting in the sense celebratory to talk about as far as the T20 World Cup is concerned. And then you come across these news items, you come across these developments, which kind of shock you, which leave you thinking, why is this happening? What on earth is going on? I will divide this show into two parts: Bangladesh and Pakistan. Bangladesh made a massive hue and cry. Massive. India is unsafe. Okay, fair enough. ICC security teams went to Bangladesh. Rather, ICC security teams suggested to Bangladesh, assessments were given that there is zero security threat in India, it is negligible. Bangladesh was informed. They were given details. A ICC delegation traveled to Dhaka. They met the board. Multiple Zoom meetings happened. All of this happened. All of this. At the end of all, when ICC finally conveyed to Bangladesh that look, India is not unsafe. India, there is zero problems for your players, for your people. There is zero issue as far as Bangladesh team is concerned about them coming to India. You can 100% come and play the World Cup. Even ICC was willing to shift the cities. Bangladesh, led by Asif Nazrul, took a very stern stance. They said India is unsafe, unsafe for our fans, unsafe for anyone who is there, unsafe for our players, unsafe for our media. Now, let us take the media and the fans. Now, clearly, the media and the fans are, how is it unsafe? How will the Bangladesh media be targeted and the fans be targeted? I did not understand this. A lot of these Bangladesh, a lot of the Bangladesh media are friends of mine. Dhanush, I will talk about the match. They're remotely not concerned about anything. India trying out multiple different things. Series is on the, already in the bag. Shivam Dubey was outstanding yesterday. If you played one extra batter, you could have won yesterday also. India needed about 60 runs in 5 overs. You were one batter short when Harshit Rana came in because of Ishan Kishan's niggle and because of the fact that they went in with one extra bowler. Shreyas Iyer did not play the match. Don't worry about that. Now let me come back to my original point about Bangladesh. So Asif Nazrul made this huge hue and cry that India is unsafe from the sake of security, from the sake of everything. We cannot send our players to India. We cannot send our fans. We cannot send our reporters and our journalists to India. All of a sudden, very clandestinely, we get to know last couple of days yesterday that the Bangladesh shooting team is coming to India. Bangladesh shooting team, which has one player and one coach, is coming for the Asian Shooting Championship. Now, how is it that for cricket you had a problem and you had a problem of security? Within what, 3 days, 4 days, you are sending your shooting team. You have a shooter, you have a coach. They have no problems in coming to India. When contacted, the spokesperson has said, no, they're just two people, so they can go to India. Really? So India is not unsafe. So you can send your shooter and you can send your shooting coach, but you can't send your cricketers. So the shooters are either less important, they are not as important as your cricketers. They are less important than the media people. They are less important than the fans. They're a shooter, bogus people. Is it? Is it, Mr. Nazrul? You're the sports advisor to the government, Mr. Nazrul. What about your shooting team? Or they are not relevant. You know why? Because your big talk to the media, your big gan to the media, your two pence talk to the media and getting limelight, you will not get. That's why, right? Mr. Nazrul, if you have the courage to face me one day, I would welcome that. Give me one reason, Mr. Nazrul. How is it that your shooting team gets the government's nod to come to India and your cricket team doesn't? I'll tell you why. Because then with the shooting team, who cares for shooting in Bangladesh? You will not stand in Dhaka with 25 media people with their booms in front of you and asking you questions and you becoming the hero, is it? Mr. Nazrul, for a change, why don't you take some tough questions and answer? Why is this case of double standards? What explains your decision of sending the shooting team to India and not the cricket team? Have one standard. No, we are not going to send a team to India because India is unsafe. No problem. Don't send the shooting team. Don't send. Don't send the cricket team. Don't send the shooting team. We don't care. We don't care for your players. You should. Your players are today twiddling their thumbs. There is one loser in this entire saga, Mr. Nazrul, and that is Bangladesh cricket. Your players look horrible because they have lost their opportunity of playing the World Cup at your behest. The opportunity these players have fought their lifetime to get, you have taken that away from them. It is on your doorstep, Mr. Nazrul. Playing a World Cup is not an easy thing. It was their opportunity of a lifetime playing in India in conditions that they know these players would have made a huge thing. You, because of your penchant and your love for your media bites and wanting to woo your local electorate and wanting to garner some votes and political posturing and pandering of the most vile sort, you decided not to send your team to India. And thereafter, you thought, who cares for the shooting team? Who is even bothered from the standpoint of the shooting team? Two people, jane do, jete dao, ki oshubida? শুটিং টিমকে না পাঠানোর কি কারণ আছে? এদেরকে কে কি করবে? এরা তো লেসার সিটিজেন। যাক, they are not cricketers. So Mr. Nazrul, because you don't get a headline in your national media, the shooting team can very well come to India and it all flies under the radar. It all flies under the radar because who cares for Bangladesh shooting, right? Your newspapers, your mainstream newspapers and your people will not even bother shooting a কে নিউজ করে, তাই না বলুন? Who does news about Bangladesh shooting? Why should you care? How should you even bother, Mr. Nazrul? Fair point, isn't it, Mr. Nazrul? Why should anybody even care about Bangladesh shooting? So you thought, might as well send these people to India. Why destroy another sport? Cricket will at least give me eyeballs. So might as well do this. If you have the courage, why don't you? And you love giving media bites. Every day you used to jump and start giving media bites. You keep posting on your social media page. Why don't you explain? Why don't you explain how is it that you have given permission in this and not in that? If you tell me that the organizers have given an assurance, the ICC was the organizer of the World Cup, they had given you an assurance. They had given you an assurance that everything will be taken care of. They had given you details of security assessments. They had given you an assurance. What's the problem? If India is unsafe for your cricketers, India is as unsafe for your shooters. Why are you sending them to a country that is considered unsafe? And within 7 days, it's a case of double standards, Mr. Nazrul. 7 days. And you don't have an answer. You have no place to hide. You have zero place to hide. That is the truth. You don't have the face to stand up and face tough questions because you do not have the legs to stand on. You've destroyed Bangladesh cricket. That's what you have done. Today, Bangladesh players in their drawing rooms are castigating you and abusing you. The kind of messages I get from Bangladesh journalists and from players, from former players, they are all disgusted, frustrated, devastated at what you guys have thrust on them. That is the reality of Bangladesh. The radical fundamentalist section, they will not say a word because they will pander with your nonsense. You have literally gagged the sane section of your society who are all scared. They can't speak out because they know that if they do speak out, you will gag them, you will turn things on them, and you will create trouble for them in your own country. That is why your cricketers are today suffering the worst. Bangladesh Cricket Board, if they had the courage of conviction, they would have continued the battle. Why is it that they threw in the towel? Why is it that they came after a board meeting and stated that they do not want to continue the matter anymore with the ICC? Why? They chickened out. They got scared. All this rebellion went out of the window. They realized that their cricket will be in peril. They realize that, oh, you know what, if we continue this nonsense with the ICC anymore, everything will be destroyed. If we are imposed a fine, our cricket will stand to lose everything. The ICC might stop issuing no objection certificates for our players to play the BPL. So BPL as a tournament will go. If the ICC stops, if the ICC stops bilateral tours, what will happen to our cricket? No country will come. We will only play with Pakistan, and that's it. Bangladesh versus Pakistan. End of my cricket. No other country will play. If after the elections everything goes well, India is still in September due to tour Bangladesh. Suppose India doesn't go, the BCB stands to lose thousands, literally, of rupees, lakhs and millions of dollars. That's the kind of money you stand to lose. So you realize that এটা তো বাড়াবাড়ি হয়ে যাচ্ছে, বা চুপ করা দরকার, তাই জন্য এবার বন্ধ করে দিয়ে এটাকে। And when it comes to shooting, less important sport, a second class citizen, কে শুটারকে নিয়ে খবরের কাগজে লিখবে, কি আসে যায়, কি আসে যায়, তাই জন্য শুটিং টিমটা পাঠিয়ে দিই। And Pakistan, now let me come to Pakistan, your brethren. Look at the case of double standards. The World Cup is 7 days away. By the way, all of us, everybody who I have spoken to is telling me that Pakistan is definitely going to come to play the World Cup. There is no question of boycott. There is even a report which says Pakistan's flight tickets are also booked, that they will come alongside Australia after the home series against Australia. The flight tickets are also booked. Former players, PCB bosses, everybody has told Wasir Naqvi, don't do this. This is going to be harakiri. This is going to be detrimental for Pakistan cricket. Legal opinion is Pakistan will be thrust with a massive penalty if they try their shenanigans. Legal opinion is Pakistan will be in a desperate situation if they try their shenanigans. That's the legal opinion. ICC, if you speak to people within the ICC, if you speak to sources, you will know the ICC has taken a total hard stand. They know that if there is any kind of nonsense that's on, they will teach Pakistan a lesson. They are ready, by the way. ICC is absolutely ready. If Naqvi plays a false shot here, he will have it. Not only will PCB lose about 300 plus crores, the Pakistan Super League will go for an absolute toss for all times to come. All times to come. People will be stopped from going and playing. Bilateral tours will come to a standstill, and even Bangladesh will run away. That will happen to Pakistan. I read 2 reports. One said that the tickets are also done. Of course, done. All this is political posturing, and everybody knows that. Now imagine this. You want to boycott, right? Go ahead and boycott. Go ahead and boycott. Who cares for you? You are anyway a horrible T20 team, not even a second-rate team, a third-class team. You want to not play against India because you are scared? No problem. Go boycott the World Cup. Inform. You are still an ICC member. You are still a part of the ICC board. So why don't you behave with some responsibility and inform the ICC that we will boycott? Why are you delaying? Why don't you come clean? Come clean. Come clean and tell the ICC, no, you know what, we will not go and play, so we will boycott. Good, no problem, who cares? But why don't you come clean? This is basic, right? Good governance, best practices model. You are a member of the ICC board. You are supposed to travel in 3 days. The World Cup is supposed to start in 1 week. Is it not fair to ask that why is it that you can't inform the ICC board that whether you want to play or not play? You had said Friday, which is tomorrow, then you will say Monday, then you will say Tuesday. Why this drama? What will change? Will the ground reality in Sri Lanka change? Will the situation in India change? Will India stand against Pakistan change? And if you want to boycott the World Cup, why don't you also boycott the Under-19 World Cup match against India on the 1st of February? Boycott that on Sunday. You're welcome to boycott. Why don't you boycott everything and become ostracized? You won't do that. You will play the waiting game. Why? Because you want to slide. You want to spite people. You want to provoke people. You want to harm people. You want to create this intrigue around you. You want to create this tension around you because you know that you have no legs to stand on. That's what it is. You have 0 legs to stand on. Because the problem with you is you also know in your heart of hearts you don't have the courage. And every form of opinion, Every form of opinion has told you don't boycott. Whether it is your former legends in Wasim Akram, former PCB president in Ramiz Raja, whether it is people like that, eminence of people of eminence in Pakistan, everybody has said don't boycott. At least from what we have read in the media, people have said don't boycott. It will be wrong, it will be unethical, it will be unfair, it will be unjust. Don't boycott. And what have you said? We've met the Prime Minister. After the Prime Minister's meeting, what has changed that you're waiting till Friday? Tell me, Mr. Naqvi, what has changed? What will change? Will overnight the situation change? Bangladesh will get an entry. Is that going to happen? Is that going to happen? Is it ever going to change that Bangladesh will now get an entry? Scotland is done. You have nailed Bangladesh. You have destroyed Bangladesh also by trying to provoke them. And Bangladesh being naive, they fell for your trap. They fell for your rhetoric, they fell for your semantics, they fell for your argument. And what did you do? You put them on the thing, you allowed them to climb the ladder and go to the top of the tree, and you removed the ladder and you walked away. That's what you've done. Why don't you take the stand of boycotting? Take the stand of boycotting. Good for you. Go, do it. You won't do it. You will wait till the last moment and then you will come and play the World Cup. But in this posturing, what are you doing? You are keeping fans on tenterhooks. Do you realize that fans have to travel? Fans have to make plans to travel? Do you realize fans from different parts of the world, which will also include the Pakistani diaspora, also has to travel? Do you realize fans from the United Kingdom, United States, Europe, different parts of the world buy tickets for this India-Pakistan game? And by the way, not just Indian fans, also Pakistan fans. Pakistan fans also make plans and come and watch this India-Pakistan game from different parts of the world. Do you realize? Do you realize that you have a responsibility to them? None of them now know. People book their flights, people book their hotels, people book everything. Do you realize that you have a responsibility to them, that people are going to make plans? Why don't you give your decision? Either way, give your decision. What's the problem? Why don't you come clean? What is this that you're not coming clean? Why do you have to wait till a Friday or a Monday? For what? For what? You have this responsibility towards your own fans, is it not, Mr. Naqvi? As an ICC board member, as a responsible ICC board member, do you not have responsibility? Do you not have responsibility towards yourself? That, okay, as an ICC board member, this is my responsibility to inform the ICC board. Is it too much to ask from you? Is it too much to ask that, okay, you will at least behave with a certain sense of dignity? Don't come. Nobody asks you or wants you to come. In fact, I would actually want to see a tournament without Pakistan. Don't come if you don't want to. Don't come and disrupt. But why don't you at least inform? And because then you will cry foul if ICC takes a call. So you will have to wait till the very last moment, and then you will turn up and create your shenanigans. I'll wear a black band. What for? What has changed? What has changed between the time you agreed and now? Nothing. And you still want to do your shenanigans, your posturing, your pandering. You will try and show Bangladesh, oh, look, you know what, we are there. Our hearts are going out for Bangladesh. Let me take questions. As usual, loads of questions have come. Let me take some. Because Pakistan is incredibly interesting. So is Bangladesh. Kaustav Pal, good afternoon, Boryada and team. Yes, Kaustav, good afternoon for sure. I will take all the questions. Dhanush, Boryada, any thoughts on the match yesterday? Like I told you, Dhanush, I don't think it is relevant. I don't think it's important because the series is done. India was going in with a combination of one batter less, in fact, two batters less, because there will be an Akshar Patel who will come in. There will be another batter who will come in Ishan Kishan. The moment you do that, one more all-rounder, one more batter, that game is also done. Don't worry about yesterday's match. The gun team, absolutely first-class team. Two batters up. Surya Kumar Yadav, unfortunate. Shivam Dubey that ran out, unfortunate. Abhishek Sharma, good catch. So don't worry about this Indian T20 side. They are experimenting last moment till the very last thing. Sanju Samson is an important one. Will it be Ishan Kishan one? Will it be Sanju Samson? I've done a piece today on Sanju Samson, the curious case of Sanju Samson, Dhanush. Read that piece. You feel for Sanju Samson. You want him to get more chances, but at the same time, it's the World Cup. This is not a platform to give him more chances. Maybe after. So does it kind of go from Sanju Samson to Ishan Kishan? What does it mean for Sanju Samson's career? And if you don't take Ishan Kishan in this form, what kind of injustice will that be to Ishan Kishan? What for? You have to go in with your best 11, and the only thing that matters is performance. So that's my thoughts from the match. Brute Street. Bangladesh is sending a shooting team to New Delhi for the Asian rifle and pistol just days after security concerns. What do you think I've been saying, Brute Street? I've been precisely talking about this, am I not? And here, there are no security concerns. Security concerns have gone out of the window. You know why? Because the shooters are second class citizens. Who cares? The cricketers will give me eyeballs and national headline, and Asif Nazrul will become a national hero saying, oh, India doesn't matter. We will look India in the eye and match India. So all this is media bluster. That's why Brute Street cricket matters, because it will get me the eyeballs. It will make me a national hero. Shooting, who cares? They are second class citizens. Who cares for them? This is Asif Nazrul. Give me one reason why the shooting team will come and not the cricket team. If the shooting team can come, the cricket team can also come. If the cricket team doesn't come, the shooting team should not come. The coach and the player should not be given the right to passage to India. Absolutely not. Why? What for? We don't want you. Why are you sending these people? Who's this? Calcutta Chromosome. Good evening, Boryada. Watching from Halifax, Canada. When do you think is this grandstanding going to end? I don't think it will end. That's Pakistan for you. And welcome. It will be very cold, I guess, at this point in time in Halifax. It will be morning. Calcutta Chromosome, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. But this grandstanding is part of Pakistan, isn't it? Posturing is part of the whole Mohsin Naqvi playbook, the political playbook that Mohsin Naqvi employs. He's first an administrator, or rather a politician, and only then a cricket administrator. So he will keep playing this. Amirul, you're sort of enjoying this. Good for you. Debo meet Shah. India also sends their kabaddi and tennis team to Pakistan. Arey bhai. This has been agreed on. India doesn't violate agreements. India has also signed the agreement that we will play cricket in neutral venues. And in this case for India, it's Dubai. India does send. India abides by what it has said. India has signed the dotted line to play cricket in neutral venues. They will send the team and not do shenanigans and not do posturing. India will not all of a sudden say, Arey, why should we send our team to Dubai because Pakistan is hosting the tournament? Then India would not have sent a team during the Champions Trophy. India doesn't break rules. You've agreed on something with the ICC board. Go follow that. That's what India does. And that is the question. You have yourself done the agreement. You were insistent. The ICC board has permitted that. What has changed in Sri Lanka that you are doing this kind of posturing and trying to keep people on tenterhooks? Love from Bangladesh. Amirul 2304. Love you too. Orpon Burman. Pakistan also didn't send players in chess Olympiad. Then there is Bangladesh showing double standards. 100%. Don't send. If you don't want to send, nobody asks you to send. But at least inform. Because then the ICC can make backups. Tickets can be stopped from being sold. Pakistani diaspora also. It's not as if only the Indian diaspora will come and watch the Pakistan versus India game in Colombo. Your fans too will travel from different parts of the world. Only 14 days left. People will need their visas. People will need their preparations. For example, us. Each one of us have had to apply for our visas and get things done. People who will be traveling. So all of this is there, and we will be informed last minute that the match is not going on because Pakistan wants to boycott. Who takes care of our costs, our hotel costs, our flight costs, every cost? Are you responsible for that? Come on, boss. Show some degree of responsibility and some degree of sense at least. Brute Street. The issue was PCB's pressure on BCB. Pakistan initiated the move. BD went along with it, and in the end, only Bangladesh bore the consequences. Pakistan remained the tournament while BD withdrew. Precisely what I've been talking about, Brute Street, in the last few days. You've provoked Bangladesh, you've encouraged Bangladesh, and led them down the garden path, and then you've run away. That's Pakistan as an ally. That's exactly what Pakistan has done. And now they are caught between the devil and the deep sea. If they play the tournament, Bangladesh will say, Arey, how is it that you led us the garden path, forced us to withdraw, and then you played the tournament full on when you said you too will boycott? So Bangladesh will be up in arms. And if you don't play the tournament, the ICC will take you to task and say, come on, you've agreed to the neutral venue, you've agreed to the hybrid model. So now why are you withdrawing from the tournament? So you're caught between the devil and the deep sea. That's the position of Pakistan at the moment. You are caught between the devil and the deep sea. Now you should think about it, isn't it? You should think about your posturing. That where does this grandstanding end? This political grandstanding is going to lead to what? Will it help Pakistan get even one vote in the cricket world? Or are you making yourself a real laughing stock of the cricket world? Everybody is seeing through your political actions. Anushmita, how much fine will be imposed on BCB now that they're out of the World Cup? Will they ban BCB? The ban and things are extreme steps. Would have 100% happened, Anushmita, had Bangladesh continued with their shenanigans. Now that they've withdrawn, Scotland has come in. Let the elections happen. We will see how Bangladesh continues. They've thrown in the towel. They're not taking the ICC to CAS. They're not going to pursue this matter further. So ICC might also take a lenient thing unless something dramatic happens. Let us see what happens in the election. If the election goes to plan, I mean, I'm sure there will be reconciliation at a certain point. But the way I see things, Bangladesh has thrown in the towel because they now realize that any kind of further provocation or aggravation will result in the ICC completely taking this thing against Bangladesh to an extreme, and the PCB stands to lose out on hundreds of crores of penalties and, like you said, a possible ban. Amirul, true, I agree with brother love from Bangladesh. Thank you. Abhishek Ranjan, Pakistanis and YouTubers says India wasted our Champions Trophy. Now it's our turn. What was wasted? These Pakistani YouTubers are cartoons, boss. What was wasted? We went and thrashed every team and won the World Cup, the Champions Trophy rather. India played in Dubai based on the agreement that was done on neutral venues. What was wasted? Nothing. This, and you want to waste? Go ahead and waste. We don't care. Pakistan doesn't. Pakistan is a third-rate team. Pakistan will. We are not even bothered about playing. You know, Pakistan is not the team that India's sort of even bothered about. It will be Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, England. These teams. That will be the Super 8s. If you all I'm saying is Pakistan want to waste, then why don't you inform the ICC that, you know what? And by the way, it's not India. For India, the money is like a speck in an ocean. India doesn't care for this 200, 300, 400 crores. India is talking in thousands of crores. $6.2 billion is what the IPL is valued at. For India, this money is a speck in the ocean. That's what it is. Yes, for other boards, imagine this. A large part of the money is utilized to service every associate member nation, their women's team, their men's team. What will they feel like? That Pakistan doing this last moment have sacrificed these countries. Will Pakistan ever get the support of these countries? Because the money generated from India, Pakistan is used by the ICC to finance the cricket in many of these associate member nations. So from that standpoint, this money is relevant. For India, this money is not even relevant. India doesn't care. But these associate nations do. What have these associate nations done to deserve this treatment from Pakistan? And Pakistan, by behaving this roguishly, do you think we'll get the support of these associate nations going forward? Zero chance. अभिषेक देखते तुम्ही हो ना, उनको क्यों व्यूज देते हो? मत देखो, करेक्ट बोल रहे हो. बैन हो गया पाकिस्तान यूट्यूब चैनल, फिर भी शर्म नहीं आया. वो आएंगे भी नहीं. एक दो सही है, बाकी सब बेवकूफ बनाते हैं अपनी ऑडियंस को. वो एक दो भी एबरेशन है. लीव द शूटिंग टीम. Bangladeshi journalists are pissed off because they can't come to cover the ICC event. Who are just to make clowns of themselves. Obviously, they will be pissed off because they've been literally pushed. And from what I know, 38 accreditations, at least this is what I've been told by people in Bangladesh. 38 accreditations, everything has been rejected. And good. You want to boycott, you boycott. At least the priority will be given to the teams that want to cover first. The teams that are playing. You don't want to cover the tournament. You want to boycott the tournament. Then what is your interest? And by the way, where do you want to come? You want to come to India. Then how is it it's not unsafe for you? I'm sure you are not only going to Sri Lanka, because the bulk of the matches will be played in India. I'm sure you would want to come to the semi-final. I'm sure the semi-final in Calcutta or the semi-final in Bombay. I'm sure you would want to cover the final as well in Ahmedabad. So how is it that you will come and cover and your country is saying that India is unsafe? Don't come. Don't come. And yes, you must take it out on your board because they screwed it up for you. Your government rather. If you have the courage, why don't you say that? Outstanding bowling, Adam Zampa. Yes, Adam Zampa is a good bowler. Now, what happened to their safety issue? Amartya Chakraborty, precisely what I've been asking. Now it's our turn. That same question, the Pakistani YouTubers, they're cartoons. Leave them. Anshu Mishra, I've answered that. When can we expect an interview with the cricketer Saha, Nitish Reddy? The day Ridhiman Saha unconditionally apologizes and asks, unconditionally and says sorry that he put out lies. The day he puts an unconditional apology, I will personally go and interview Ridhiman Saha. Tell him this. I've said this multiple times. I will interview Ridhiman Saha when he apologizes unconditionally for his lies that he peddled against me and the family. 100%, and all his lies stands exposed in the book. Nitish Reddy, I hope you've got your answer. You want me to do an interview, you will have to fix it. Become my agent, go and set it up, saying, boss, please go and apologize unconditionally and accept your lies, and you will do the interview. Black Hunter, Boriada, as a Bangladeshi, I can assure you there is no security threat for the players. I'm confused about fan and journalists, rather an ego problem. Of course it is. Of course it is. And that is why the shooting team becomes that big an issue. Why are you sending your shooter? Why are you sending the coach? Why are you sending the coach? Absolutely do not send. Because if you have one standard for your cricketers, you must have the same standard for your shooters. You must have the same standard for boxers, for athletes, for athletics, for basketball, for football, for hockey, for every sport. Saha is the greatest wicketkeeper batsman. No, not batter. I mean, by far not. As a wicketkeeper, fantastic wicketkeeper, but that doesn't make him a good human being. He's an appalling human being. I hope you've got it, Nitish. And I'm saying he's one of the best ever wicket keepers that India or the world has seen. But that doesn't make him a good human being. He's a horrific human being who lies. You should go and tell him that now that you've retired, several years have passed by, why don't you understand and do a good deed and apologize? The day he does, I'll interview him. Arindam Maji, what is that? Boreda, there is a thought in social media. Pakistan boycotts that Bangladesh gets a chance to play. Yes, people are talking about the ICC googly. I don't think that's happening, Arindam, because Pakistan's not going to apologize. Not going to pull out. Pakistan have again mocked Bangladesh. They will. I mean, why on earth would you want to depend on an ally who is as unstable and as unreliable as Pakistan, for God's sake? Come on. Black Hunter, I have taken your question. Black Hunter, same question, same point. Abhishek Ranjan, if Washington is not fit for the World Cup, who will be a suitable replacement? Ravi Bishnoi, Riyan Parag, Shahbaz Ahmed. Riyan Parag. Absolutely Riyan Parag, because he will get you those 2-3 overs of off spin. Riyan Parag is fit now, and he is a blistering fielder and a very, very good batter. Shahbaz Ahmed, left arm, very similar to Akshar Patel, so not like for like. Ravi Bishnoi, certainly not leggy, not as half as good a batter, so you would also want that as an all-round option. So Riyan Parag is the closest who comes, Abhishek Ranjan, to Washington Sundar, can contribute with the bat and with the ball, and could be a possible replacement for Washington Sundar. Black Hat, I've taken that. Okay. Abhishek, I've taken that. I think that's the Washington Sundar suitable replacement. I've taken that. I've taken that question. Okay, last few minutes on the show. India warm-up match 4th February. Yes, Abhishek Ranjan, that was the plan. The ICC 4th February, India versus South Africa was the original warm-up match plan in Navi Mumbai. If it's not a warm-up match, it will be an intra-squad game is what I've been told. Tilak Verma should be ready by then, and he is expected to play in that particular game as well. The question now is Sanju Samson or Ishan Kishan. That will be the big question mark over the next few days, because Sanju Samson will possibly get one more game in Thiruvananthapuram, his hometown, his home conditions rather. He will get one final game. Can Sanju Samson come good? Because yesterday also, did you see he got stuck in the crease? Mitchell Santner bowled that ball, it shared movement, and Sanju Samson was stuck in the crease, played down the wrong line and was bowled. He managed to wiggle out the Matt Henry spell. Matt Henry did beat him on a couple of occasions when the ball hit the lower end of the bat, he got saved. But thereafter, once he wasn't looking confident to Mitchell Santner. Even that half shot, he went back into the crease, was a bit of a prod. You know, I personally like Sanju Samson. I can tell you that at the time when Sanju Samson was replaced by Shubman Gill, and I understand why the selectors did it, but I thought it was unfair on him. Why try and fix something that need not be fixed? At that point, Sanju Samson was at the top of his game before the Asia Cup. He had scored 300s. Yes, you will come and tell me, but against England, he did not look the part. You know, that series apart, I thought he did very, very well in South Africa. Personally, I like the guy. I do think if you give Shubman Gill about 13, 14 chances, you ought to give Sanju Samson a longish go as well. That's my personal opinion, that if you've given one guy a longish go, you give the other guy a longish go as well. Now, here's the question. You could have easily given him a longish go, provided the World Cup was not round the corner. The World Cup, this is the World Cup, for God's sake. This is not a random tournament, a bilateral that you can try, a couple of experiments, a couple of matches here or there. How does it even matter? This is the World Cup. Now, Sanju Samson, perhaps not in the greatest of form. Ishan Kishan in blistering form. How do you not pick Ishan Kishan? Because you've got to be ruthless. So Abhishek Ranjan, my personal choice, given the kind of form that I've seen these two players, I will say Ishan Kishan, not Sanju Samson. As I said, I want Sanju Samson to do well. Every one of us wanted Sanju Samson to play and make the most of this opportunity. But 4 games have passed and he hasn't done the job. And yesterday also, after playing a few shots, the way he got out bowled, playing out down the wrong line, I don't think Sanju Samson is looking that confident either. So if you ask me, personal choice Abhishek Ranjan, I will say it's Ishan Kishan and not Sanju Samson. Personally, I want to see Kishan and Abhishek at opening. I agree with you. I agree with you, Amartya Chakraborty. That is what I believe. I think Surya at 3 could well be a good call because then the monotony 1, 2, 3 left-handers could be broken. Tilak at 4, and thereafter Aksar at 5, Hardik at 6. Another all-rounder if you want to play, could it be a Riyan Parag if Washington Sundar is not playing 7? And then the 4 bowlers, Varun Chakravarti. 3 faster bowlers would be Varun Chakravarti, Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh, and the final spinner. So that's your side 7 to 8 batting. The 2 spinners will be Aksar and Varun. The 3 faster bowlers will be one in Jasprit Bumrah, one in Arshdeep Singh. Hardik Pandya can come in, and of course Shivam Dube will be the other all-round option. So that's your kind of team for the first game. After yesterday, Shivam Dube will certainly play. Hardly any foot movement. Yes, absolutely correct, Amartya Chakraborty. If you see, he was rooted to the crease. He went back, he was rooted to the crease, playing down the wrong line, did not look the part, Sanju Samson. Rajiv Paul, Sanju playing from deep inside the crease. I agree with you. Amartya, are there any good matches in these cities? Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore. Kolkata does have the Super 8 on the 1st of March. And I think that could be a game against the West Indies. Could be a very good game because West Indies T20, always you have exciting competition and exciting talent. That's the format of choice for the West Indians at this point in time. There will be a good side there. So Kolkata, India's games, other good games there are. Some good games there are, not Kolkata. Kolkata, this is the only decent game that Kolkata has been allocated. From some of the other teams, India's matches, the Chennai match will be Australia. The Kolkata match, I've told you, Ahmedabad will be a good game. And then the semi-finals, the India semi-final, provided India makes it, will be on the 5th of March in Mumbai, and then the finals in Ahmedabad. So that part from the 22nd in Ahmedabad, then 26th in Chennai, 1st March in Kolkata, 5th March in Bombay, and then 8th of March final will be a very, very good period of cricket. What is the best combination for the first 11? I just talked about it. I would open with Abhishek Sharma and Ishan Kishan. Number 3 will be Surya. 4 will be Tilak. 5 will be Aksar. 6 will be Hardik, or 5 Hardik, 6 Aksar. 7 will be Shivam. 8 will be another bowling all-rounder, or if you are playing Riyan, then Riyan above and then Shivam. And then you have Varun, you have Jasprit Bumrah, you have Arshdeep Singh. So your bowling will be Jasprit, Arshdeep and Hardik. 3 decent bowlers. Hardik is opening the bowling. Your part-timers in Shivam Dube. Your part-timer in also Abhishek Sharma. You have the option of playing Rinku Singh as finisher. And you also have 2 spinners in Varun Chakravarti and Aksar Patel. This, I think, is your opening combination, Shubhrojit. And I think it's a fabulously good opening combination with real firepower in that lineup. How do you rate Harshit Rana? He leaks runs in the death over. Yes, he needs to get the death over right because his slower ball is being picked. But these are difficult conditions to bowl, and one has to keep that in mind. Otherwise, Harshit Rana at the top of the order against Devon Conway 5 times in this series is bowled well. But in the death, he's gone for runs. Twice in 2 games, if you see, he's gone for real good runs or big runs in the 19th or the 20th over. So that's a good spot. Then I will go for the Chennai one. Yes, it will be India versus Australia over the Chakraborty, the Chennai one, from what I know. So absolutely, it will be a crackjack of a match. How many pacers and spinners? Shubhrojyoti Mitro, 3 pacers. Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh and Hardik Pandya. 2 spinners in Varun Chakravarti and Aksar Patel. 2 part-timers in Shivam Dube and Abhishek Sharma. And if Riyan Parag plays, Riyan Parag. So it's a decent enough combination. And you have enough and more opportunities in that 11. Somehow somebody goes for some runs. You can go for a couple of overs, so either to a Shivam Dube or to an Abhishek Sharma, or if Riyan Parag is brought into the team, to a Riyan Parag. Shivam Dube justified his position in the middle order. Rajiv Uppal, yes, he did. Hardik, Shivam, Rinku make Indian middle order strong. Aksar, add Aksar. Aksar makes the middle order very, very strong because he's a much improved batter, can clear the boundaries, has been a very decent bowler and an absolute top quality all-rounder, Aksar Patel. So do not rule out Aksar Patel at all. Arshdeep or Kuldeep? Arshdeep, definitely, at least for a start, it will be Jasprit and Arshdeep, one left arm, and Jasprit being Jasprit. So it will be Arshdeep, not Kuldeep, at least for the start. Varun Chakravarti and Aksar Patel for me will start for India. Varun is your number one spinner in the format at the moment. Aksar Patel, for his all-round ability, vice captain, he will do the start from what I understand. Kuldeep is always a good choice to go to after that. Absolute best combination. So management will take the team. 100% they will. Gautam Gambhir knows this format inside out. They are doing all kinds of experimentation. They now know they played one bowler more, one batter less. They've now seen that. They now know what to go with. In the last game, you might see a bit, and then in the World Cup, they will not try anything. They will go in and put in their best people on the park. And this is a top quality. This is a gun side. In the T20 format, there is a gun side. What about Sanju position? We've been talking about it for so long. From what it transpires, I don't see Sanju making it because despite all of us wanting, the guy is not taking his chances. He has not looked really good. Even the runs he has scored, he has not looked as comfortable. That's the Manav Chand 9470. I'll end there. I'll be back. Plenty of action going on. Tomorrow, Friday, Pakistan's deadline based on Mohsin Naqvi's tweet. How long will this drama continue? Will they come clean and inform? What about Pakistan's plans of already getting tickets, etc.? We'll have to monitor the Pakistan situation because sooner than later, people's patience will run out. Pakistan pushing the bar, taking their chances. At some point in time, they'll have to get caught out. Thank you very much for watching.